to 20. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This evening's reciters are Dharmendra Prabhuji for English and Pushti Devi Dasi Mataji for Sanskrit verses, and they will be reciting from Canto 3, Chapter 23, verses 16 to 29. Mataji, please start with the invocation as well. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everybody. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 23, verse 16. Upari vinastasya nilayeshu pruthak pruthak क्षिप्ते कशी भूमिकान्तं pankaya vyajanasanai.
The palace looked charming, with beds, couches, fans, and seats, all separately arranged in 7 stories.
Verse 17. Tatra tatra vinikshipta nana shilpopashobhitam mahamarakaस्थल्या justam vidruma vedibihi.
Its beauty was enhanced by artistic engravings here and there on the walls. The floor was emerald with coral daisies.
18. Vasu vidruma dehalya bhatam vrajakapatavat शिखरेष्वीन्द्रि नीलिहेषु हेम कुम्भैरधिश्रितम्.
The palace was very beautiful, with its coral thresholds at the entrances and its doors bedecked with diamonds. Gold pinnacles crowned its domes of sapphire.
Verse 19. Chakshutmad padmaragarya Argyaryer-vrajabhitishu nirmitai Justam vichitra vetarnair maharhemai matoranai.
With the choicest rubies set in its diamond walls, it appeared as though possessed of eyes. It was furnished with wonderful canopies and greatly valuable gates of gold.
Verse 20. Hansa paravata vratasta tatra tatra nikujitam krutrimana manyamanai swadhuryatirarudacha.
Here and there in that palace were multitudes of live swans and pigeons, as well as artificial swans and pigeons, so lifelike that the real swans rose above them again and again, thinking them live birds like themselves. Thus the palace vibrated with the sounds of these birds.
Verse 21. Viharasthana vishrama samvesha prangana jirai yathopajosham ruchairte vispavamapna vipatmanaha.
The castle had pleasure grounds, resting chambers, bedrooms, and inner and outer yards designed with an eye to comfort. All this caused astonishment to the sage himself.
Verse 22. Idagruham tat pashyanti niti pritena chetasa sarvabhutashaya bhigna pravochat kardamasvayam.
When he saw Dehuti looking at the gigantic opulent palace with its displeased heart, Garmadhar Muni could understand her feelings because he could study the heart of anyone. Thus he personally addressed his wife as follows.
Verse 23. Nimajjayasmina ride bhiru vimanamida maruha idam shukla krutam tirtham asishamyapakam drunam.
My dear Dehuti, you look very much afraid. first bathed in Lake Bidhu Sarovar, created by Lord Vishnu himself, which can grant all the desires of a human being, and then mount his airplane, this airplane.
Verse 24. सतद्भर्तु समादाय वचः कुवलेक्षणा सरजं बिभ्रति वासो वेणीभूतांश्च मूर्धजान्.
The lotus-eyed Dehuti accepted the order of her husband because of her dirty dress and the locks of matted hair on her head. She did not look very attractive.
Verse 25. अङ्गचमलपङ्केन सञ्छन्न शबलस्तनम् आविवेश सरस्वत्या सरशिव जलाशयम्.
Her body was coated with thick layer of dirt, and her breasts were discolored. She dove, however, into the lake, which contained the sacred waters of the Saraswati.
26. शान्तः सरिसिवे मस्थाः शतानि दशकन्यका सर्वा किशोरे वयसो ददोषोत्तरलगन्धयः.
In a house inside the lake, she saw 1,000 girls, all in prime of youth and fragrant like lotuses.
Verse 27. तां दृष्ट्वा सहसोत्थाय प्रोचु प्राज्वलय स्त्रिय वयं कर्म करिस्तुभ्यं शादी न करवावं किमम्.
Seeing her, the damsels suddenly rose and said with folded hands, "We are your maidservants. Tell us what we can do for you."
Verse 28. स्नानेन तमहार्हेण स्नापयित्वा मनस्विनं दुकुले निर्मले नुत्ये दूदरसे च मानदः.
The girls, very respectfully to Devahuti, brought her forth, and after bathing her with valuable oils and ointments, they gave her fine, new, spotless cloth to cover her body.
Verse 29. भूषणानि परार्ध्यानि वरीयांसि धुमन्ति च अन्न सर्वगुणोपेतं पानं चैवामृतासवम्.
They then decorated her with very excellent and valuable jewels, which shone brightly. Next, they offered her food containing all good qualities and a sweet, inebriating drink called asamva.
Hare Krishna. Please forgive for any mispronunciation. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Pushti Mataji and Dharmendra Prabhuji. So beautiful recitations. Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you so much, dear devotees, for kindly joining this evening to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and also giving this opportunity to speak few words. Okay, with your permission, so we shall start with Mangalacharan prayers. Oh. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांशाम्। हे कृष्ण करुणसिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकासस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शृणुतं स्वकथाः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्तु ह्य भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकीम्। एते चांशकलाः पुंसः कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयम् इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं मृडयन्ति युगे युगे। इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्मसंहितम् उत्तमश्लोकचरितं चकार भगवान् ऋषिः निःश्रेयसाय लोकधन्यं स्वस्तये नमः। कृष्णे स्वदामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह करुणशुश्रूषामीशा पुराणार्कोऽनुदितः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये। अथ विश्वेश विश्वात्मन् विश्वमूर्तिस्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशम् इमं चिन्तिदृढं पाण्डुषु विष्णुषु त्वयि मेनन्य विषया मतिर्मदपते असकृत् रतिमुद्वाहतद्धगङ्ग्यवघूदन्वति। श्रीकृष्ण कृष्ण सख विष्णुर्षुभावनिधृग्राजन्युवंशिदहनानपवर्गवीर्य गोविन्द गोद्विजसुरात्यहरावतार योगेश्वर अखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर अखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। योगेश्वर अखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते। तुलयामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गसङ्गस्य मत्यानं किमुत शशः। पुनश्च भूयात् भगवत्यनन्ते रतिः प्रसङ्गश तदाश्रयेषु महस्तु यां याम् उपयामि सृष्टिं मैत्रस्य सर्वत्र नमो द्विजेभ्यः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे बालोऽपि यदनुग्रहात् तरेणानमतग्राह व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे यत्पादाश्रयविरितः सद्गुरुनाथ आकृव्रातद् अज्ञः सिद्धान्तसन्मनीन्। ॐ नमो भगवते राधा गोविन्दाय नमः। हरे कृष्ण। Thank you so much for kindly waiting. Okay, I shall share my screen. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam. So the beautiful part in our life is Srimad Bhagavatam. Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam third canto, 23 chapter. So here is the Devhuti's lamentation. So in this chapter, so once Devhuti, by pleasing her husband with her services, with so much of humbleness, and then Kadmuni was so pleased, and even Devhuti विश्रम्भेन आत्मशौचेन गौरवेन दमेन च शुश्रूषया सौहृदेन वाचा मधुरया च भोः. So pleasingly She has served and pleased her husband, and her husband wanted to give the highest benedictions and to Devahuti. He wanted to share what is Bhagavad Prasada he has achieved. But at that moment, Devahuti knows and appreciates her husband's achievements, and also she has put her desire that she wanted to have a children. So for a great husband, she wanted to have a good children as well. So that is the perfection of a woman's life. So after exhibiting her desire, Kadhamamuni, by his yogic power, he has created a very big Vimana airplane. It's a flying airplane. So the beauty of it, it is so nicely described. Priyayaha priyamanvichin kadhamo yogamasitaha vimanam kamaham chattaha tarhieva avirachikadat. So he then and there itself, by his yogic power, he has created. And the beauty of it, it fulfills the desire of everyone who enters into that palace. Sarvakam dhugam divyam sarvaratna samanvitam sarvaridhi upache udharkam manistam by upaskuritam. So beautifully described each and every part of the palace. It is decorated with divyopakaranopetam and sarvakala samanvitam, sarvakala sukavaham. In all time and places, circumstances, it is so pleasing. Pattikabhihi patakabihi vichitrabihi alankuritam. स्रग्भिः विचित्रमाल्याभिः मञ्जुषिञ्जषडङ्ग्रिभिः दुकूलक्षौमकौसेयैः नानावस्त्रैः विराजितम्. So many of those decorations, the flags and festoons. So we see here, this is just example which we couldn't find. This is Kadhamuni and Devahuti. And there are so many of the clothings as well. Dukula Kshauma Kausehi, they're all with the with a different the valuable ones the women wear in the occasions, such kind of clothing. And also there are different kinds of levels of palaces. There are 7 levels. Upari Upari Vinyasta Nilayeshu Prutak Prutak Chiptaihi Kasabibhi Kantam Paryanka Vajanasanahi. So for the sitting places and the number of levels of these palaces, so many floors. And then Tatra Tatra Dikshipta Nana Silpopashobhitam Mahamarkatastalya Justam Vidhramavedebihi Mahamarkatastalya. So there are so many stages they are decorating with Markat as well. And Nana Silpa Upashobhitam, decorated with different kinds of the statues, the beautiful statues. Pinikshipta Nana Silpopashobhitam. And then Dhwas Vidhrama Dehalya Bhatam Vajrakapatavat. So Sikareshu Indranileshu Hemakumbaihi Adishritam. These are Sikareshu. There are so many of these Sikaras, the peaks of those building. Sikareshu Indranileshu. We see Indranilesh, the different kinds of the bluish color. Indranileshu Hemakumbaihi Adishritam. On top of it, Hemakumbas are also there. Okay, so beautiful descriptions. And Chakshushmat Padmaragagrehi Vajribittu Shirmitaihi, and the door sides there are Padmaraga, big jewels. They're appearing like a just the eyes. Chakshushmat Padmaraga, there are Padmaragas. Justam Vichitra Vaitanaihi Maha Arhaihi Hematoranaihi. They're all made up with so much of gold. And giving so many of those swans are also coming there, and the environment it is so jubilant in such a way that it is attracting the swans and Hamsaparatavrataihi, the bunches of the swans and the pigeons. Tatra Niguchitam, they are coming, and then Kritriman Manyamanaihi Swan Adruhya, they're coming and then just they're looking Kritriman Manyamanaihi. There are also ready-made ones, hamsas, and in the ponds which are made, and they're thinking that, oh, these are of our kind, and they're coming in and then flying again. So in such a way, so beautiful in that kind of palace, Kadamamuni is suggesting Devahuti to go, and then first of all take the bath in the waters, and then you enter into this palace. So when she entered into the waters, there are so many of beautiful maidens, 1,000 beautiful maidens. They're waiting for Devhuti to enter. So they are cleansing Devhuti's body and then decorating herself. So in such a way, those descriptions we are going through. Okay, so today verses covering or verses 29 to 33. So now what they are, how they are decorating, that is what we are going to go through. So in the 28th shloka, so the girls being very respectful to Devahuti brought her forth, and after bathing her with valuable oils and ointments, they gave her fine new spotless cloth to cover her body. Okay, this is the beauty of it. And here everything what we see, the beauty of Devahuti and how they are decorating themselves. And here her intention is to please her husband, okay, and also to have good child. Okay, so start from the 20 shloka 29th. भूषणानि पराध्यानि पर्यांसि द्युमन्ति च अन्नं सर्वगुणोपेतं पानं चैवामृतासवम्. Bhushanani paradhyani. Bhushanani, all the ornaments. Paradhyani, most valuable ones. Bhushanani paradhyani, most valuable ornaments. And variyamsi jhumanti cha, they are very excellent. Jhumanti and splendid. Variyamsi jhumanti cha. And then what they have given, they also gave the food and also with all sarva gunopetam. It contains all kinds of qualities. Annam, the food. And panam chaiva amrutasavam. Panam, the beverages. And eva, also amruta, sweet asavam, intoxicating drink. Okay, these are beautiful parts of the how they are decorating Devahuti. Bhoshanani paradhani variyamsi jhumanti cha annam sarva gunopetam, varieties of food. Sarva gunopetam panam chaivamritam, and also giving the beverages and amrita, the sweet intoxicating beverages. Okay, translation. They then decorated her with a very excellent and valuable jewels with which shone brightly. Next, they offered her food containing all good qualities and a sweet, inebriating drink called asavam. Okay, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, asavam is an Ayurvedic medical preparation. It is not a liquor. It is especially made from drugs and is meant to improve metabolism for the healthy condition of the body. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So it is straightforward. So nowadays, so many some things, chamantra, some kind of there are different kinds of things are there to increase the medical, to increase, improve metabolism for the health and condition. They similar to that. Asam is one of the medical preparation. It's not a liquor. So we see in the one of the in Prithvi Maharaj pastimes, when he was extracting all kinds of grains from the Mother Earth in the form of, when Mother Earth was in the form of a cow, at the time, some of the celestial beings, they have come and they were extracting the asavam. This is asavam in their golden parts. And then later on, the demonic people, they have come in a with a iron parts, they were extracting some liquor. So liquor is different. So there we could see the differentiation. All asavam is kept preserved in the golden parts. So Prabhupada was describing what is liquor and what is asavam. Okay, so this is asavam is to improve the metabolism for the healthy condition of the body. Okay, so we shall move on further. It is the beauty of it. So not much philosophy here. It's straightforward. And then moving to the next shloka. Here they also give the mirrors to Devahuti, and also she is looking so beautiful. And previously her body was which is covered with the dust. Now it is now cleared, and now she is having good clothes and also decorated with nice tilak and being served by the many of the servants, maid servants. Okay, this is shloka 30. अथ आदर्शे स्वमात्मानं स्रग्वीणां विरजाम्भरं विरजं कृतस्त्वस्तेनं कन्याभिः बहुमानितम्. अथ आदर्शे स्वम् आत्मानं. Ata Adarshe. Adarshe is in a mirror. After that, Devahuti looked in the mirror. Swam Atmanam, her own reflection. Sragvinam Virijam Bharam, and other Sragvinam is adorned with garlands. Virijam Bharam, and unsullied Ambaram is the robes. Unsullied robes, and then Virijam Kruta Swastayanam, and freed from all bodily dirt. Virijam is freed from all bodily dirt. Kruta Swasti Ayanam is decorated with auspicious marks. Okay, when we put the nice tilak on our body, marking with and also decorating with Kantamala for the devotees, it is so beautiful to see, and also just like a coming from the Vaikuntha people. So likewise, here Devahuti is having all this. Virijam Krutaswastayanam Kanyabhihi Bahumanitam, and by the maids Bahumanitam, and very respectfully served. So Devahuti is being served by those maids. Kanyabhihi Bahumanitam. Ata Adarshe Sumatmanam Sragvinam Virijam Bharam. Virijam Krutaswastayanam Kanyabhihi Bahumanitam. Translation. Then in a mirror, she beheld her own reflection. Her body was completely freed from all dirt, and she was adorned with a garland, dressed in unsullied robes, and decorated with auspicious marks of tilaka. She was served very respectfully by the maids. Okay, there is no purport for this one. It is the beauty of Devahuti here, how she is being decorated, and we shall move on to the next shloka as well. So here again, how whatever she is wearing, different kinds of ornament, it is being described. Okay, so this is like a the necklaces, and also the anklets, and also bangles. So these are all the descriptions explained here in the shloka, 31 shloka. Snatam Krutasira Snanam Sarvabharanabhushitam Nishkagrivam Valayanam Kujat Kanchananupuram. Snatam Krutva Sirah Snanam. Snatam is it is the bathed. Snatam Krutasiraha, including the head. Krutasiraha Snanam, bathing. This is called also Abhyangana Snanam or Avabhuta Snanam. Okay, Snatam Krutva Siraha Snanam Sarvabharana Bhushitam, Abharana Bhushitam, Sarva all over Abharana Bhushitam, with different ornaments. Bhushan, there she is decorated. And Nishkagrivam Valayanam, and a gold necklace with a locket. Nishkagrivam on the neck. Nishkagrivam Valayanam with bangles. Valayanam is the bangles. And a gold necklace with a locket in the neck, and also bangles. Next, Kujat Kanchana Nupuram, and tinkling ankle bells. They are made up of gold. Tinkling ankle bells. Kujat Kanchana Nupuram. Okay, translation. Her entire body, including her head, was completely bathed, and she was decorated all over with ornaments. She wore a special necklace with a locket. There were bangles on her wrists and tinkling anklets of gold about her ankles. So what are the descriptions we see? I don't know if we could see those ankles. Okay, she is before birthday. Okay, now how she has been decorated, it is described. One locket and bangles and anklets of gold. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request any devotee to read a purport, please, for this one?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read, please?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word Krita Shira Snanam appears here. According to the Smrita Shastra's directions for daily duties, ladies are allowed to bathe daily up to the neck. The hair on the head does not necessarily have to be washed daily because the mass of wet hair may cause a cold. For ladies, therefore, taking a bath up to the neck is ordinarily prescribed, and they take a full bath only on certain occasions. On this occasion, Devahuti took a full bath and washed her hair very nicely. When a lady takes an ordinary bath, it is called Malasnana, and when she takes a full bath, including the head, it is called Shirasnana. At this time, she needs sufficient oil to smear on her head. That is the direction of commentators of Smriti Shastra. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here Srila Prabhupada is describing about why taking snana, mala snana, that is ordinarily prescribed snana or bath. It is because it may cause cold, because for women it take a lot of time to wash the hair. Okay, so that's why they take occasionally. So one is the malasnana, ordinary one, and another one is the sirasnana or talasnana. Okay. And also here, before we take such kind of sirasnana, we apply the oils to the bodies, like the sesame seed oil, which is auspicious for the body, and also it purifies. It is also compared, Ganges would enter into the sesame seed oil. So on a particular occasion. So everyone, like especially on those days, Sankranti festivals, Deepavali festivals, they apply all over body this sesame seed oil, and also the hair, everything is just massage the body and then go for bath. So here, Avabhuta Snana, this is Snatam Krutahasira Snanam. This is called Avabhuta Snanam, Abhinga Snanam. Okay, it happens in the Avabhuta Snanam also in special occasions, like when the Rajasuya sacrifice was being performed. During that time, the king and the queen, Draupadi and Yudhishthira, they have taken the Avabhuta Snana. So here that maids, they are here, Devahuti is like a queen here. She is queen in that palace. She is the only one, and everyone are her servants. They are looking after very nicely. So it is Avabhuta Snana. There is not much philosophy, but here all Matajis knows about it. No. Okay, we shall move on, and we shall come to discussion at later point. Okay, in the shloka 32, so moving to the 32 here. Here, and what else? Further ornaments she is wearing. So she is wearing it is the waist thread. She is also wearing. Nowadays, many of those women, they do not wear, and also make the boys or other men also, they do not, but it is the custom, it is needed, it seems. She is also wearing, generally men wear it, and women also. Here it is, we see she is also wearing that waist thread. And also the Lord is also wears all the time. It is Mekalaya Nitambe. And then also she is being decorated with different kinds of auspicious ingredients. Okay, so we shall see what it is. श्रोण्योः अधस्त्वया काञ्चन्य बहुरत्नया हारेण च महार्हेण रुचकेन च भूषितम्. श्रोण्योः अधस्त्वया अध्यस्तया. श्रोण्योः अध्यस्तया. And Shroyoho on the hips. Adhyastaya, it is worn. Kancha with a girdle. This is girdle. Kancha girdle. Kanchanya made of gold. Kancha, Kanchanya, Bahuratnaya, and decorated with numerous jewels. Harenacha, and also with pearl necklace. And Maha Arhena. Maha Arhena, and precious. These are precious jewels. Ruchikena cha bhushitam, with auspicious substances. Ruchikena with auspicious substances, cha, and bhushitam, adorned. Shronyoho adhyastaya kancha kanchanya bahuratnaya harena cha maha arhena ruchikena cha bhushitam. The translation. Okay, can you request as a devotee to read this translation and purport as well?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. About her about her hips, she wore a girdle of gold set with numerous jewels, and she was further adorned with a precious pearl necklace and auspicious substances. Purport: auspicious substances include saffron, kunkuma, and sandalwood pulp. Before taking a bath, there are other auspicious substances such as turmeric mixed with mustard seed oil, which are smeared all over the body. All kinds of auspicious substances were used to bathe Devahuti from top to toe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now she is wearing, I think generally women, if they are all of, if they have inherited the property from their ancestors, they may be having different kinds of jewels. The 7 weeks of jewelries, every day they will be having different kinds of sets. And likewise for 7 weeks. And those things, all decorating with the gold and jewelry, so many of those things. Numerous jewels, girdle. It is around around the waist girdle. But sometimes when they do not have too much of gold, they may be small, a thin mekalaya, that is the waist thread, like the Lord always wears that one. Okay. And then auspicious substances include saffron, kumkuma, and sandalwood pulp. These are again auspicious substances. Before taking a bath, there are other auspicious substances such as turmeric mixed with the mustard seed oil as well. Okay, so this is again, turmeric is a antibiotic. So generally when we see in the villages, the women, they apply the turmeric all over body, and which will, that we haven't seen such kind of diseases in olden days. Nowadays, people are not using, many diseases are coming. Okay, but some people are still using at home. Okay, and then which are smeared all over body, all kinds of auspicious substances used to bathe there with it from top to toe. Okay, so again, there is not much philosophy here. Again, all Matajis know about. This is all describing the beauty of Devahuti, how she is being decorated. If one can take this one instruction, if they have got jewels, they can also decorate themselves. Okay, and then further, moving to the 33 shloka. And then here it is describing about the how her face is with the very beautifully constructed teeth. Of course, it is natural, and also very good eyebrows. And then they are also comparing like a lotus flower. And then it is again description of the face. Okay. सुदता सुभ्रवा अस्लक्ष्णा स्निग्धा पाङ्गेन चक्षुषां पद्मकोशस्पृदा नीलैः अलकैशालसन्मुखम्. Sudhata Subhrava Slakshna. Sudhata with beautiful teeth. Sudhata with beautiful teeth. Subhrava with charming eyebrows. Charming eyebrows. Subhrava. Slakshna, lovely. And Snigdha Apangena Chakshusha. And Snigdha is the moist. Apangena, corner of the eyes. Chakshusha with eyes. And Padmakosha, lotus buds. Padmakosha, Sprudha Neelaihi. Sprudha is defeating, Neelaihi, bluish. So again describing her beauty, again comparing with the lotus buds, defeating the lotus buds. And Alakaisha Lasanmukam. Alakaisha is the with curling hair, and also Lasatmukam, shining countenance. Sudhata Subhrava Aslakshna Snigdhapange Chakshusha Padmakosha Sprata Neelaihi Alakaisha Lasanmukam. And translation, her countenance shone with beautiful teeth and charming eyebrows, her eyes distinguished by lovely moist corners, and defeated the beauty of lotus buds. Her face was surrounded by dark curling tresses. So again, this is beauty of women. Nowadays, many women, they decorate their faces like this. Okay, it is natural. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Say, according to Vedic culture, white teeth are very much appreciated. Devothi's white teeth increased the beauty of her face and made it look like a lotus flower. And when a face looks very attractive, the eyes are generally compared to lotus petals and the face to lotus flower. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so again, it's a beautiful description of the white teeth. And also it is when Krishna also, when we are meditating on Krishna, so Krishna also have a white small teeth. Jhanai, it is described, Bhasa Arunaita Vijakunda Pankti, Kunda Pankti. It is also like a small jasmine flowers. It is like a Lord's teeth, which is Bhasa Arunaita, and Lord's lips are very reddish. That reflection fall onto the teeth, and they are also shining like a pomegranate seeds. Dhyanayitam prahita bahuladharostam bhasa arunayitatanu dvijakunda pankti. One has to meditate on the teeth of the Lord. Jhaya swadeha kuhare avatisya vishnoho. One has to meditate on the teeth of the Lord. So just bringing from Devothi's teeth to Lord's teeth. And also, this is also one of the descriptions of Kapil Bhagavan describes the beauty of the Lord. One has to meditate each and every limb of the Lord. When the Lord smiles, when the teeth and the lips and everything. And also when the four Kumaras, when they have gone to the Vaikuntha, they also see that very beautiful teeth. They have Devai Vidanti Aditaranti cha Devamayam. So this is again described. Tasyaravinda Nainasya Padaravinda Kinjal Kamishra Tulasi Makaranda Vayuhu Antargataha Swavrena Chakartesham. It is Antargataha Swavivat Chakartesham. It is described, let me just bring that one. It is beautiful. Look at the description of the Vaikuntha where the four Kumaras have seen. This third one, then 15th shloka, 15th one. Okay, this is Sankshobha Moksha Yushampi Chittatanuha. In the next shloka, it is described. Teva Amushya Vadanasita Padma Kosham Udviksha Sundaratara Adra Kundahasam Labdashisha Punaraviksha Tadiya Mangri Bhandham Nakaruna Manishrayanam Nidadjuhu. This is Kundahasam. This is Adara Kundahasam. Here it is described. The Lord's beautiful face appeared to them like the inside of a blue lotus, and the Lord's smile appeared to be blossoming jasmine flower. After seeing the face of the Lord, the sages were fully satisfied. When they were wanted to see him further, they looked upon upon the nails of his lotus feet, which resembled rubies. Thus, they viewed the Lord's transcendental body again and again, and so they finally achieved meditation on the Lord's personal feature. So this is Kundahas, jasmine flowers. This is one of the statement. Again, coming to another slide. What is that one? I think this is, let me just see another smiles, how one has to meditate. So this is a Janayanam Prasitam Bahuladharosta Bhasa Arunaitatanu Dvijakunda Pankti. Jayet Swadeha Pohare Avatisya Vishnoho Bhaktya Mana Na Prudak Didrakshet. One who sees that the Lord, the beauty of the Lord be like that and meditate, and then he does not want to see anything else. Okay, so just say here. It is described with devotion steeped in love and affection. The yogi should meditate within the core of his heart upon the laughter of Lord Vishnu. The laughter of Vishnu is so captivating that it can be easily meditated upon. When the Supreme Lord is laughing, one can see his small teeth, which resembles jasmine buds, rendered rosy by the splendor of his lips. Once devoting his mind to this, the yogi should no longer desire to see anything else. Okay, this is the beauty of it. So just going from Devhuti's beauty to the Lord's beauty, how Lord smiles. Okay, this is one part, and there is here, as we are going through the beauty of Devhuti, she is so beautifully decorating with all kinds of ornaments and girdle and anklets, bangles, gold necklace on her neck. And she is decorating and looking in the mirror. So, Ata Adarsha Sumatmanam, she is so beautiful. Okay, this is again when we see from the Bhagavatam perspective the beauty of a woman. Kapila Bhagavan says that this is Bhalam me pasya maya. Stri maya jaino disham ya karoti padakrantan bhruvijrumbena kevalam. The beauty of a woman, the form of a woman, it is described. Kapil Bhagavan says to Devhuti Mata. Here Devhuti Mata is decorating, and later on her son is going to explain. Just try to understand the mighty strength of my Maya in the shape of woman, who by the mere movement of her eyebrows can keep even the greatest conquerors of the world under her grip. This is the beauty of woman. The form of the woman is the Sri Maya Jaino Disham. Balam me pasya maya. This is what Krishna says. Daivi hesha gunamai mama maya dhrachaya. Maya and mamyevi prapadyante mayam yetam tarantite. So the form of woman is so beautiful. It is not, we should not be attracted to that form. Here it is the my Maya. Krishna is, Lord is saying my Maya in the shape of woman. Here, but here Kadama Prajapati, so being the husband of Devhuti Mata, he has achieved all the Bhagavad Prasada already. So he will never ever fall to the beauty of a woman. But still, as a wife, she is trying to please her husband and also to get a good child. That is the purpose. It is not for the sense gratification in terms of in the case of Devhuti. But when ordinary persons, if who are not yet engaged in the devotional service, they will be bewildered. And devotees in the Krishna consciousness, they will use all of their time and energy to beget good children. Okay, so for Krishna consciousness children. Okay, that is what here and they are called, and otherwise they will Pratibuddha Chetasam means a person who is acquainted with the devotional service. Apratibuddha Chetasam, who is not acquainted with devotional service, he will fall under the illusion of Maya and so many of those influences of material world, external energy of the Lord, like that. Okay, this is one angle, and also Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I think it comes as a Narinam. He says in the Kirtihi Narinam Vaksha Smritir Medha. This is in the opulences of the Supreme Lord. He says that about the woman, the beauty of a woman, how it is. It is described here. Kirtihi Shrir Vaksha Narinam Smritir Medha Dutikshama. He says that I am all devouring, that I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be, and among women I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. So, Kirti Shrihi Vaksha Narinam. So here Krishna is saying, so these all represent Krishna's external energy. Okay, that is the Devhuti's beauty. So now here coming back to our Srimad Bhagavatam here. So here her countenance shone with beautiful teeth and charming eyebrows, her eyes distinguished by lovely moist corners, and also defeated the beauty of lotus birds. Her face was surrounded by dark curling tresses. Krishna has got very beautiful curly hair. Bhotva Kutila Kuntalaya. Bhotva, this is again Kutila Kuntalaya. So Krishna describes that Bhotva. This is so Yashriniketamalibihi Parisevyamana Bhotya Swaya Kutila Kuntala Brundajustam Meenadvayashrim Adichapat Abjanetram Jayan Manomayam Atandrita Ullasadhru. So this is again, we have gone through the beauty of Devahuti. Coming here again, curly hair. How the yogi then meditates upon the beautiful face of the Lord, which is adorned with curly hair and decorated by lotus-like eyes and dancing eyebrows. This is Menadvayashriyam Adhikshapat Abjanetram. Two fishes coming nearer to and playing there. Menadvayashriyam Adhikshapat Abjanetram. Comparing to the two lotus. Again, Adhikshapat Abjanetram. It is Lord's beauty is mocking that beauty of the fishes. Lotus dancing, a lotus surrounded by swarming bees and pair of swimming fish would be put to shame by its elegance. Okay, again here glorifying the hair of the Lord. This is Swaya Kutila Kuntalaya Vrundajustam. Again, what is like here? His face is comparing as a big lotus, and his hair, it is comparing like so many bees are coming and forming like a string one after another, and such kind of bees are around the lotus flower. Likewise, the beautiful hair of the Lord, it is decorated Krishna's Lord's face, surrounded by swarming bees. This is one side, the hair comparing with the swarming bees, and a pair of swimming fish. The eyes are comparing to the swimming fish, would be put to shame by its elegance. Okay, when we going through this, Yashrini Ketamalibihi Parisevyamanam Bhotya Swaya Kutila Kuntala Vrundajustam Meenadvayashrim Adikshapat Abjanetram Jayan Manomayam Atandrita Ullasadhru. Again, his eyebrows. This is again Charukapolam Surasundharam. Subhravasunasam Charukapolam Surasundaram. Narada Muni also describes the beauty of the Lord, his eyebrows and his face when he was speaking to Dhruv Maharaj. So Tarunam Ramaniyangam Aruneshtekshanadharam Pranatashrayanam Ramnam Saranyam Karunarnavam. So Lord's body is very delicately formed. Tarunam Ramaniyangam Aruneshtekshanadharam Pranatashrayanam Ramnam Saranyam Karunarnavam. To that Lord we surrender ourselves. He is always a Brutchanukampita. He is always inclined to his devotees. Okay, just going to the beauty of the Lord to glorify the Lord. So from the descriptions of Devhuti. Okay, so I stop there, and also I request dear devotees to contribute here. Any questions if you have got, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share, or which is striking your mind, or you wanted to share that, kindly do that. So share. Hare Krishna. Any question? Jai Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the amazing class. I'm sorry I'm asking a question from one of the verses before that hasn't been covered today, but unfortunately, I don't think I asked a question then. This was about the Viman, because you showed a picture of the Viman today.
Yeah.
And Devahuti, when she looked at the Viman, she was displeased.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why, because...
It's not displeased. The word used bhiru. The specific word he has used bhiru.
Okay, because in translation, I think it says displeased, and Kardamuni looked at her and he could understand what was going on in her heart. But
This is the 23
yeah,
sloka.
displeased.
Bhiru is the fearful one. So as soon as one sees the wonderful thing immediately in the sudden thing. So here it is like, is this the one Mataji you were asking?
The one before, I think.
20,
Yes, the one before, 22.
22. Okay,
Displeased heart, it says.
So this one, idr gruham tat त्वत् पश्यन्तीं न अतिप्रीतेन चेतसा सर्वभूताशय अभिज्ञः प्रावोचयत् कद्दमः स्वयं ईदृगृहं तत् पश्यन्तीं. So looking at that, न अतिप्रीतेन, not much such house that पश्यन्तीं न अतिप्रीतेन चेतसा. By what? And then sarvabhutasaya abhijnaha. Sarvabhutasaya. It is described of everyone. Asaya abhijnaha, understanding the heart. Pravochat, he addressed Kaddama, Swayam personally. He says, when he saw Devhuti looking at the gigantic opulent palace with a displeased heart, Kaddama Muni could understand her feelings because he could study the heart of anyone. Thus, he personally addressed his wife as follows. So here, if you look at the little bit of the in the going back to the before he created the airplane, so she was asking Kaddama Muni to arrange a palace, nice bhavan. So bhavan in the sense she was mentioning Denha Tadisha Bhavanam Sadrushim Vichakshva. What is required for to beget a child for our union? Can you please think of that? She just only put that one. At the moment they are in the hermitage. And then when Kadma Prajapati has created this one, now she is now immediately wondered. And then she doesn't know what to do, react her for that bigger palace. And with all kinds of opulences. So here, na atipritena, immediately she was not pleased. She might be thinking that whether she has made any too much of demand to her husband, which may be likewise in one such way. She was also perplexed by looking at big palace. And here in the next shloka, it is also addressing the position of Devhuti. It is the Bhiru, fearful one. She was a bit anxiety at the time. So suddenly, whenever in the hermitage and seeing the big palace flying airplane, then so the moment is like a bit perplexed as well. Okay, that is what Nimajja asmin hriday bhiru vimanam idam aruha. Bhiru. And my dear Devputi, you look very much afraid. First bathe in a lake Bin created by Lord Vishnu himself, which can grant all the desires of human being, and then mount this aeroplane. So that is, so far she was now covered with dirt and all those stuff. Now she was looking like a normal thing from her husband, but she couldn't expect the bigger palace. How could she live in that opulent palace? So here Kadamuni could understand her astonishment, and thus he spoke. This is the astonishment. It is not that in a way that she is not happy at all with her husband.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that bit I couldn't quite understand why she was displeased seeing such an opulent, massive place. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other questions? So here, how Devhuti is decorating, and so is there any devotees like inspired by this one in the Bhagavatam descriptions? Is it pleasing or is it inspiring us? Is it giving any kind of reflections?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare. So basically, when we dress, we have to please Krishna. So that's what I have heard. When so we have to dress well so that Krishna will be pleased. So this is what I was thinking, Prabhuji, when we are reading all this as a woman, like from, and also, yes, obviously God's beauty, how you were linking Devahuti's beauty, and also thinking of God's beauty was very beautifully explained. So that's all I was thinking, Prabhuji. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice reflection. So here, when the husband is nearby, for to please the husband, one can decorate all those things. So there is no harm in that one. And when husband is not nearby, again, Prabhupada said that one should not wear such kind of opulent things which would attract other men. So she should be covering her face, not going too much and mingling with other people. Likewise. But we could see those in the Vrindavan pastimes. Rohini Mata, when she was in the Vrindavan, but her husband was in the Madhura. So she was not decorating all, but on one occasion for Krishna's birthday festival. So that is the next day of Krishna's appearance. Okay, so at that time she was wearing for the sake of Krishna. On that occasion, that is good. Prabhupada described there. Okay, so just bringing in what circumstances one has to make her body beautiful and when not. Okay. Any other questions or any other comments? Okay, if there are no questions and no comments and no sharing, then we shall conclude our session for tonight. And okay, we shall meet again on next Friday. So I think some of these beautiful shlokas coming from this, how one has to meditate on the Lord. It comes under 28th chapter, the beauty of the Lord, how to meditate each and every limb that we can take from the descriptions of devotee to going again, diverting ourselves to Krishna again back. And his teeth, his body, his face, starting from his lotus feet to up to the body, his face. एकैकश अङ्गानि ध्यानुभावेत् पादादि यावद्दशितं गदावृतः जितं जितं स्थानमुपोह्य धारयेत् param sujjiridihi yatha yatha. So as we go shifting our eye movement to see the Lord's body, and then gradually as we lift, then sujjiridihi, dhi is the intelligence, it will be purified gradually. Yatha yatha. Okay, that one we can see all the descriptions in the 28th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Prabhuji, sorry, going back to that one, then it should, would it be like a two-handed form, Sham Sundar form, or
It is
the
the
other form?
two-handed form. It is the Suddhasham Rupam Drishtavanas Mama Devapyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinaha. Krishna said that one, the two-handed form to meditate, which is all the demigods, they always try to see the beauty of the Lord in the two-handed form. Suddhadasham idam rupam drishtvan asi yan mama devapyasya rupasya nityam darshana kankshinaha. This two-handed form. So this is Prabhupada described here. It is to meditate on the two-handed form. This is the form of Krishna with two hands is still more difficult to see. Even for demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, they desire to see him. And we have evidence in Srimad Bhagavatam that when he was supposed to be in the womb of his mother Devaki. Okay, so this is again the Prabhupada is mentioning the two-handed form. It is very difficult to see. he appears once in a Brahma's day. But to see the Vishnu's form, we have seen many people, they have performed sacrifices. The Lord has come, appeared in his four-handed form and gave darshana to so many devotees like Dhruv Maharaj and Nabhi, and many other times they would be able to see the Lord performing sacrifices. But here, the two-handed form, this is Suddharsham idam rupam Drishtvan asi yenmama, whatever the form you are seeing now, Drishtvan asi yenmama. Devapyasya rupasya nityam darshana kamchinaha. This is this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. And once Arjuna sees this form, he was feeling so much of relief. See, saying this, दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः सौम्यं Janardana. This is a beautiful form of the Lord, Saumyam. Sanjay also mentions the same thing. It is the Saumyam, Saumyopur Mahatma. Bhotva Punaha Saumyopur Mahatma. The two-handed form, it is so beautiful. Again, whenever we discuss the 64 qualities of Krishna, this is the two-handed form and all attractive. It is also one of it. And having the flute, all attractive, having devotees, more dearer to the devotees, like that. Two-hand for ourselves, in Krishna consciousness, meditation form is two-handed form of the Lord with a flute in the hand.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. What about the Jagannath form?
Jagannath is also Krishna.
Okay. So is it okay to meditate on the Jagannath or only two-handed form of Krishna?
So again, here it is mellows. So for example, we all having to have milk products. I may like rasgulla, one may like some other sweet, some cheese thing, something like that. But here, Krishna and Balaram and Subhadra, that is one particular rasa and one particular mode. And when Krishna and Radharani, it is a different mode. That is Prema Bhava. And here, they are having kind of a family brothers and sisters. So that mode, one can meditate in any way. The mode you develop with the Lord. Yo aham cha priya atma sutasya saka guruhu suhrudo dhaivamishtam. In any form, you can make a relationship with the Lord. That is, na karhijat batparaha shantarupe nakshintinomi animisho ledi hetihi. That relationship will never ever be broken. But you need to make a relationship. Whatever the relationship, either you want it to be a mother, or a wife, or a friend, or saka, or a guru, spiritual teacher. You wanted to see the Lord as a teacher. That relationship, it is, according to it is a rasa, mellow. It goes further beyond. What mellows we have.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. And most it is the prema, bhavam, and then prema. This is what Radharani has got towards Krishna. And all devotees, so many of those devotees, we want to be one of those gopi jana. Prabhupada says, we want to be one of the gopi jana, in the same mood as gopis. Okay, that means the highest form, the loving affection towards Krishna. Okay, again, depends on how a devotee and reciproc with the Lord. This is yajjad bhavati, this is tvam bhakti bhava paribhavita prut saroja asti stekita pato nada pumsam yajjadhyad urughai vibhavayanti taddad vapuhu pranase sadanugrahaya. Whatever the form we wanted to have, the Lord will manifest that form to ourselves. Yadhyadhyada urughaya vibhavayanti taddad vapuhu pranase sadanugrahaya. Lord Brahma says in his prayers to Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. If we wanted to see the Lord in Jagannath form, he will manifest in the similar form to ourselves. If we wanted to see Radha Madhava form, just like in the Mayapur, he will show that form. If I wanted to see Radha Gokulananda like in the Bhaktivedanta manner, he will show the similar kind of form to us. Yadhyadhyata Gurugaya Vibhavayanti Taddhadvapuhu Pranase Sadanugrahaya. Sadanugrahaya, to show benedictions. This is the 11th shloka, 3911. This is Taddhadvapuhu Yadhyadhyata Gurugaya Vibhavayanti Taddhadvapuhu Pranase Sadanugrahaya.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Anything else?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for clearly explaining today's session. And just one question related to Brahma Muhurta, and then similarly, in terms of bath and stuff like that. So any niyamas for women as well, so according to scriptures.
Niyamas according to scriptures. Yes, there are many other the rules and regulations. We could see them in the Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana, the conversations between Narada Muni and Lord Shiva. So there, Lord Shiva describes so many of those things. Even if you are going to the toilet, how to go, where to go, how to face yourself, how to cleanse yourself, and how to take bath. These were all described. It's a big chapter. Lord Shiva describes those things to Narada Muni. And in terms of the bath, simple way, again, levels of bath. One is when we don't have much of water, we sprinkle just water, just like Gange, Yamuna, sprinkle based on time, place, and circumstances. Desha Kala Vibhagavit, knowing that circumstances. When we have got good water, wash the body properly. When you have got plenty of time, and also wash the hair as well, and then go in front of the deities. Okay, so that is the different levels again in the bath. And sometimes once
Go on, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji?
No, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, go on. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, when we come from outside and wash hands and legs and face, that is also one kind of washing. When we have got much time, it depends on the time. So that is also one kind of thing. So levels, different levels.
And we heard regarding the salt bath, is it just a ritual of our Sanatan Dharma, or is it just like what do you say, superstition? People used to say salt water bath cleanses aura, stuff like that. Nowadays, getting popular. If you go to any nearby, shop or something like that, they're promoting this, like Body Shop or on the high street. If you go to any these,
No,
not sure.
no, Prabhuji. So they may be, but from the scriptural point of view, their promotions does not have any value. Here, when we say in our Sri Krishna Janmashtami festivals, and many of those homes, the people, they keep the turmeric water in front of the home, and devotees are the people who are participating in the festival, and then they're wearing nice clothes, something like that, and everyone sprinkle the turmeric water on them. Even though they drink, no harm. It is all good. But that we have seen turmeric water, but not the salt water. But sometimes we may go to the ocean and then they're taking a bath. We might have seen. I have not heard about the salt one. It is kind of a marketing promotions. There is because purpose is not the right thing. So it may not have good effect on us.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Makes sense. And I've seen it manner. We have cow dung soaps and that related to that. I think that is as per scriptures itself, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji. So I think, yeah, that is again Ayurvedic perspective. And we wanted to use everything auspicious from Panchagavya ingredients like that. So that is good. Purpose is good. So that is, it is auspicious.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, one more small question. When we come in front of the deity, should we be covering our hair, or would it be an offense not to cover our hair? Or?
If knowingly, if you haven't covered it, it's the kind of how we take it. Ye tamam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyaham. If it is scriptures, so one has to follow the scriptures. Yes, shastra vidimutsu jhavattate kama sambhavaha न सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम न सुखम न शांतिम पराम गति. So he does not get anything if he does not follow the satric injunctions. But unknowingly, if he goes, that is all right. But he is going to the Lord only. But knowingly, if he knows all those things, how to go, how to wear, how to take bath, and going there, when he knows, but still he has got enough time, but he doesn't do those things, then it is kind of offense. Knowingly, if we go like that. But when there is no time, no enough time or something like that, then that is all right. Again, the way how we go there with a pure mind. But in the general way, so we have to take bath and cleanse ourselves and go in front of the deities. And also having a sari on top of, for the women, sari to cover the hair. That is the normal custom when we go to the temple.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if no questions, then we shall conclude our session for tonight. Thank you so much, dear devotees.
And big Hari Bol to Prabhuji before we conclude. Everyone, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji,
you,
for the
Prabhuji.
wonderful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Chandrakote Vaishnavananda ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Vanchakalpa tarubhyasya kipasindabhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Namo Namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava.